This is paid summoning. That's why it says Summoning Volume 3. So today I am summoning 2 spirits, and as always, I will drop their names so that no one else can summon them away. So the first one that I want to talk to is... Now, is that your real name? It is, okay. Now, the story with your vessel is that you were a World War II soldier? No. Okay. Were you a soldier? You were not a soldier. Okay. He is Italian. I did get that. He is Italian. Is that Corsica or Caprice? He's from the island of Capri. And, he, is that when you died? In the early part of the 20th century? Yeah, he died around, I want to say, like 1914, 1915. Now, were you in the First World War? But you were not a soldier? No. How were you involved in the First World War? Something about munitions. Did you own like a munition? No. Did you work for a munitions manufacturer? He worked for a munitions manufacturer. Were you like a salesman? Okay. I think I see what happened. He was, now was this with the military was there? They were watching. Yes. Okay. So there were some like higher ups from the military. Which side was this? Who were you selling the munitions to? Germans. He was selling munitions to the Germans. And so there was like testing. Like this was like a brand new type of product, whatever. Now, was it like a rocket? Was it a cannon shell? I mean, what was it? I think did you say howitzer? Okay. Now, did you just invent the Okay. Okay. So they were working on a prototype that would eventually become a howitzer. And they were testing it in front of bigwigs in the German military as a demonstration of what it could do. And unfortunately, there was something wrong with the shell. And, like, it exploded. And he got hit with shrapnel. Now, were you killed immediately? He was killed immediately from the shrapnel. He was standing so close, he got powder burns, and he was killed by the shrapnel of the explosion. So, how did you come to this vessel? It's a family heirloom, but but it became like a family heirloom after he died. So did it belong? He's saying something about mama, mama. What about mama? Whoa, 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 whoa. Your mother bought it to put your ashes in? Were your ashes ever in it? His ashes were in that. Are you being serious right now? Your ashes were in that. Okay. What happened to your ashes? Tossed out? So have you been attached to that vessel this whole time? Okay. Are you happy in the vessel? You are? Do you want to stay with the vessel? Yes, he wants to stay. Okay. Wow. Did the person who tossed out your ashes know you were in it? No. I think his granddaughter died and she like had no family. So it was an estate sale. Yeah, everything he's saying everything got like boxed and sold all together. And whoever bought it dumped it and cleaned it out. Wow. Amazing. Does that upset you in any way? Yeah, he's upset about it. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it now, though. Are you gonna be able to get over it? Yeah, he's upset about it, but it's not like lingering on him. He's just kind of mad that it happened. Disrespectful. He said disrespectful. Do you think they knew what it was? The person? No. He doesn't blame them, but he said it's disrespectful. He said stupido. Like they should have figured out what it was. Yeah, they should have figured out what it was. Yeah. He says they should have figured out what it was, and he was like appalled that it happened. He could not believe. Stupido dumped it. He's like can't believe stupido dumped it out. Okay. So some of the details were kind of muddled, but for the most part, your story is pretty correct. Okay. Okay. Is there anything that you want to relate, talk about? See? You like, wait. I lost you after you like. You like what? He says he likes to wander. He's like showing me a lake. you spend a lot of time over at that lake? Yeah. Yeah. He says, no worries, I come back, but I wander, and I'm by the lake. Anything else? Anything else you want to say? He says, thank you, you take good care of Basket. He says, much happy. Kind lady. He says, good heart. He says, likes very much. He likes you very much. He said, you're friends. Anything else, hon? No? No. So is there anything else about your life that you want to tell him? No. So you're good? You're done? You're done? He's done. Okay. So, some of what you got was a little muddied in the details, but for the most part, that is his real name. And he wasn't a soldier, but he was in World War One. And he doesn't want you to worry, because he knows that you talk to the spirits, and he said he doesn't want you to worry. If you don't get him, he might be out wandering. But he said that you're his friend, and he appreciates very much that you take care of the vessel, and that he's happy where he is in his life. Right? Right. Okay. So, the next one we're talking to is... And am I saying your name correctly? Okay, and that is your name? Okay. Now, the story that I got, is that correct? It is all correct. Okay. She's showing me she was terrified at the end. She was terrified. And like scared, running, hiding. I can see torches in the darkness, like all moving, looking. Like moving this way, moving that way. See torches. I can see what she said she saw. She's showing me. She was very confident in life about her powers. So now, let me understand, you did both voodoo and... So you weren't necessarily a witch doctor, you did Santeria. She did Santeria and then voodoo. Okay. You know, the funny thing, she's showing me, the funny thing is, like, today, she would probably be a nurse or a doctor. Because she was very knowledgeable about herbal healings and the medicinal properties of certain combinations. Today, she would have no problem being a nurse or a doctor. But she was basically an herbologist, an herbological healer, and she knew very much about that. And what she would do on top of that with like Santeria is she would basically kind of seal the deal of healing by like making like an offering. It was the voodoo that got her in trouble. Because there's a dark side to voodoo. And she wanted to see how far she could go and what she could do with it. And that's what caused her to have problems. She's saying she wanted to raise the dead, but by that, it doesn't mean reanimate the corpse. She wanted to pull spirits back from the other side. Not just like corral the spirits that are already here. She wanted to pull them out. And I almost get the feeling that she wanted to pull them out of hell. Now, why were you trying to pull spirits out of hell? Ooh. She didn't say anything else other than, I hated. What did you hate? White men. Did a white man do something to you? She's not saying anything, but she's like, there's like this like heaviness in like my chest, and she's not saying anything, but the expression on her face, she's kind of cross-armed, which is like the defensive, you know. She's not going to say anything, but when I asked her, there was just like such a ball of anger and hate that just like it was almost like it was growing. So I guess it's safe to surmise that we know what happened, at least in some respect, that made her hate white men. Now, was it just one white man? No, it was not. There were four altogether, but only 3 that did anything. Am I right? She really doesn't. She's conflicted. She does and she doesn't want to talk about it. It like makes her so angry to like think about it. And she just hates white men with a passion. Hates them. Now, is it all white men? She's like a cat that just got dropped in a tub. I mean, she's kind of like on a rant right now. Like overprivileged pieces of. I mean, she's just beside her. Like I said, a cat that just got dropped into a tub. She's just, you know, like arms failing and just like practically spitting and hissing. I mean, she just does not like white men. And it's all of them. So she decided to use her voodoo to yank souls out of hell and send them after, was it just those men or all white men? She says, I want all those devils to suffer. I hate them. I hate them. And she's wound up. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. She's like, they could all just die. Honey, you got time. Hold on. Come here. Sit. Just, all right. Then stand here for a minute. Just stand still for a minute, okay? I know what happened is atrocious. I would not wish that on anyone, okay? It's not the same world, and not every white man does that or believes in doing that, okay? You can't be mad at everybody for the actions of a few. You have to take this into perspective. That part is over. It's over. No one can ever do that to you again. Okay? And in the end, what did that anger get you? She's kind of turned away. She's listening, but she really doesn't want to hear. It didn't get you anything. In fact, it cost you. If you want any type of peace, you've got to let the anger go. That anger cost you the ultimate sacrifice. And in the end, they didn't get theirs. Did they? Well, I mean, in the end, they probably did where they ended up, but you didn't inflict the suffering that you wanted to. It didn't work out the way you wanted to, because look what happened. So there are other things, better things that you can do with yourself, that you can do with your power. You can be, instead of having all this anger, you can be a force of protection, of good. Take the lesson and turn it around and use your power to protect instead of to hate. Do you hear me? Do you hear what I'm saying? No. She's pacing. Behind here, she's pacing. And she's got the arms crossed. She's hearing me, but she's not ready to hear me. You know what I mean? But I think it's like mulling. It's mulling in her brain. So I'm hoping in time she'll take it to heart and just turn it around and start being a little more positive. But right now she's just she's just madder than a wet hen. Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna get much out of her anymore because she's pacing behind. She's not even in front of me anymore. She's like behind me, behind this screen. Just like she's muttering to herself. I don't even know what she's muttering, but she's muttering to herself. I don't know that I'm gonna get anything else out of her. Do you want to talk? No, I think she's done. I think she's done talking. I stirred up a hornet's nest, apparently. And she's really done talking. This is your last chance to be able to say anything. Is there anything else you want to say? Is she even still here? She's here, but she's in the corner. She is not gonna say anything else. She's just mad. She can't. She is so. When you get, you know when you get in that state where you're so mad, you just don't even know where to begin to verbalize your thoughts. You can't even like focus enough because your thoughts are so jumbled. You can't even put into words what you want to say. And that's kind of where she is right now. It's like, there's just so much that is like eating at her. She just doesn't know what. Just doesn't know where to begin. So I don't think I'm going to get anything else out of her today. She's just mad. She's hurt. And she's angry. And it's just festered because she really hasn't had an outlet. And she kind of needs an outlet to be more positive. To take the anger and do better things with it than sit there and be angry with it. She's got to dispense with it somehow. And if you have a spirit that's like a counselor or a guide that might be willing to take her under their wing and kind of like give her therapy just to like release this and turn it around, that would be a positive thing. So I would ask your spirits that you have there, if somebody would take her under their wing and try to help work through the emotions and the feelings that she never really dealt with. Because she's not bad, she's not evil, she's not doing anything negative, and she's not causing any negativity. But this is something that has festered in her this entire time. And it's time for her to be able to work through it and release it. Because no one should have to live with that. So, talk amongst your spirits and see if they can help her out. And she's going to push back because this is her way that she's dealt with it for all these years. She's going to push back. They just have to be persistent with her, and I think she'll come around because she deserves the chance to like let it go and get past it. So that's my recommendation. She's done talking and we're finished with the first spirit. So I'm going to send them back and then I'm going to edit this and post it up on YouTube. And I will see you guys in the next summoning videos. Have a great night.